Why should you care about the breath? I am in the Botanical Gardens here in Quito. Thought I'd make a little video for you as I walk through. Why should you care about the breath? Well, breath is life. Like, truly, the most constant, reliable thing in your entire life is your breath. From the day that you are born, the first thing that marks you as an autonomous, living human is taking an inhale of breath. The last thing that you do before you die is you let go of your last breath. Through every single step of the way, every single step on your journey, the breath is there with you. Whatever you're doing, whether it's working, whether it's playing, whether it's connecting, you are breathing. And so it's this constant companion. It's this best friend. It's closer than your very next thought. It's already in you, or there's a little bit of space for it. The breath is so constant. So, you should care about the breath because breath truly is tied to life in a way that nothing else really is. It's the energy that we get. Yes, there's a lot of energy that comes from food, but the cellular energy that we get, it's about the oxygen breaking down into the carbon dioxide in our cells. And so this sort of like respiratory cycle, it's what energizes us. It's what gives us that vitality. Breath is life. You look at all of the spiritual traditions and there's some connection to the breath. In the Christian stories, in the Christian Bible, when God breathed breath, he formed man out of clay and then he breathed the spirit into him. And so there's that element of the breath. And, in the Hindu philosophies, there's this whole connection of the breath being the life force control, pranayama, right? It's this life force control. And even the word itself, spiritus, spirit, comes from the word spirar, to breathe, in Latin or Greek, Latin. And so it's literally baked in to our very words that we use. Breath is so crucial to life. Why should you care about the breath? Breath is the bridge between the internal and external. It's one of the few, if not the only, depending on how you count it, functions in the body that is both autonomic, you do it without thinking about it, and voluntary. You can choose to control your breath. And in a similar way, that sort of points that it is the bridge between our conscious self and our unconscious self. Similar to how sleep is a sort of bridge that we have, that we enter into every day between the conscious and unconscious self. The breath is tied to that consciousness. Like when you don't breathe, the first thing that you do, like if you don't breathe for, let's say 3 minutes, the first thing that you do is you lose consciousness. It's not that you die right off the bat. You lose consciousness. And so there's something there that the breath itself is consciousness. It's what gives us this awareness of this life that we're living. To me, that's wild. So, another point on number 1 is that you can live 3+ years without shelter. You can live 3+ years without shelter. You can live 3 months without food. You can live 3 weeks without sleep. 3 days without water. 3 minutes. 3 minutes without the breath. It's more crucial than anything else in our life for our continued existence. You look at Maslow's hierarchy of needs. At the bottom is our physiological needs. Even below that, the whole pyramid, the whole space that the pyramid is in, is that we have life itself, that we have the breath. That's not something they teach you in school. It's like I learned my ABCs, my 1, 2, 3s, the Treaty of Versailles, but no one ever taught me how to breathe properly, how to use my breath to regulate myself, because, well, I get it, then I am more autonomous and then I can control myself, and it's harder for others to control me and sway me and influence me to buy their things. So yeah, I get all that, but times have shifted, and it's time that that shifts too. Our awareness, our ability to be attuned and in control of our breath. So yeah, back to point number 2. Wow, this place is amazing. There's like just a whole cactus garden. Increíble. Back to point number 2. Breath is the connection between the inside and the outside. Give me a second here. Check this out. What a funky cactus. We got a whole cactus garden here. I think this one is one of the neatest. There's also another cool one over there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. Well, back to the breath. So the breath is that bridge between the internal and the external. I breathe in the air, the oxygen. My body breaks it down. I breathe out the carbon dioxide. Right? It brings the out internally and it brings it in externally. And so it's really this sort of interplay between what's within and what's without. This is what connects me to this tree. This is what connects me to the environment in a very real, tangible, measurable way. It's like that air quality. Like, you are not an independent being. You don't do things independently. Whatever you've accomplished so far in life, that's come to you from your parents, from your education, from the systems and communities that you're a part of. So, with the breath, we can see that in a very real way. It's not just about you. But the internal and the external, it goes horizontally. Like I breathe in and out with these trees, but then also vertically with the consciousness and the unconsciousness, the automatic, just going through the motions, and the intentional. Point number 3 is that the breath is really your greatest tool. The breath, here's how I put it. The breath unites. I don't care where you are in the world. It doesn't matter what your skin color is, what your race is, what your age is, what your beliefs are. None of that matters. Like, absolutely none of that matters to the breath. The breath is something that all of us can unite behind because we all share in common. And in a world where we are divided and polarized more than anything else, we need a common starting point. And that common starting point is the breath, because the breath unites. Not only across, locationally where we are. Oh, this is incredible. Jesus, this place is so cool. Not only locationally where we are, and internally what we believe, but also across time. The same molecules that you are breathing now, those same molecules have been breathed by your ancestors. Those same molecules will be breathed by future generations in the future. So they also connect us through time. The breath unites us through time and place, through belief and condition and circumstance. So there's the external uniting, but then there's also an element of internal uniting. You see, the breath is your built-in control. It affects all of the systems of your body. Now, primarily the breath is the respiratory system, right? How we breathe, but it directly connects with your central nervous system, directly connects with, your fight or flight sympathetic responses, You breathe in, that then, basically, if you breathe in, then that brings air into your lungs, and then your heart gets a little bit smaller, which then constricts the blood vessels and makes the blood pump a little bit quicker. Now, when the blood is pumping a little bit quicker, then the brain is, let me see if I got this right. The brain basically sends a signal that you need to speed up. But the inverse is also true. If you exhale, then there's more space in your lungs, and so your heart then gets bigger. The blood vessels can dilate, blood flow slows down, sends a signal to your brain of oh, we're relaxing. So that's how it connects to your central nervous system. That's just one system, but it also then connects to your musculoskeletal system is kind of it connects to all of your systems, and I will get into more details of that later because I have looked into this. Oh my goodness, this place is just phenomenal. I have looked into this, but it's like the central thing that sets the tone. We have our circadian rhythm, 24 hours. We have your ultradian rhythms, which is 90 minutes, especially for sleep cycles. Work cycles work really good in 90 minutes. But then you also have your breathing rhythm, your breathing cycles, which are just a couple of seconds. And so by the rate, the depth, and the method, nose or mouth, of your breathing, you can affect intentionally all of these different systems that you have that basically regulate your life. How you breathe is how you live. So not only does the breath unite externally, but it also unites internally. All of your systems, like your brain, your heart, your breath, they're all very intricately connected. These are your brain waves. Oh, I should close that. These are your brain waves. All right, imagine it's going like this, right? And then you can start to slow it down, and then slow it down so when you're breathing in, it's going up, and when you're breathing out, it's going down. And if you can get that to a rate of breathing in 5 seconds, breathing out 5 seconds, then your brain waves, your heartbeat, and your breath enter into a coherence. This is the perfect breath, or a synchronicity breath. It's been proven by science. It's backed up in a lot of ancient wisdom traditions, once again, Christianity. It's built, oh my goodness, it's built in to the very prayers and ways that things are. Look at this, one of the popular prayers in Christianity, the Hail Mary. Let's pray it. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. 5 seconds, right? And typically, in the congregation, you are speaking for 5 seconds for half of the prayer, and then the priest or the leader is praying for the other 5 seconds. And so you're breathing. So you're breathing in for 5.5 seconds, and then you're exhaling and just receiving for 5.5 seconds. So it's built into this and backed by science. There's some studies that have come out that have showed that this 11-second rhythm, it brings your heart, your brain, your breath into a coherence, which then improves decision making and basically all of the functions of your body. Oh, I love life. Look at this botanical garden right here. And I get to share about the breath. What's better? What's better than this, really? Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining. So, to recap, why should you care about the breath? Well, 1, breath is life. It is the most foundational constant in life. It affects everything. And if you don't have breath, you don't have life. As simple as that. It is something that you can stand upon and rely upon Like the only constant in life is change. Well, look at the breath. It's constantly changing. You're constantly breathing in, holding, breathing out, holding, breathing in, that space, breathing out, that space. Breath is life. Number 2, the breath is the bridge. The breath is the bridge, between the internal and the external, between me and this tree, between my unconscious habitual patterns and my conscious self. The breath is the bridge. Number 3, the breath unites. The breath unites me to you. The breath unites me to everyone throughout history. The breath unites me with that tree. The breath unites internally too. All of my systems of the body are united. They follow the systems, the circuits of the breath. And it's something that we can control. So, why should you care about your breath? Why should you care about your life? Why should you care about your life as an individual versus your life being part of a collective? Why should you care about unity and balance and being in harmony with yourself, within yourself, and in the larger whole? I think that the breath is one of those things that helps us to know thyself, following the Greek maxim. It helps us to know thyself, and it's sort of like a key to knowing yourself more than any sort of theoretical studies. The breath is embodied. And look at that, like that word embodiment. It's the emotional. Hola. Got some friends. Embodiment. Emotional, body, mental. The breath is in you. It's part of you. It's the most intimate connection that you can really have. If you want to know yourself, follow the breath. Listen to it, and it will reveal so much unbounded knowledge to you. It keeps on giving. You just need to receive. It doesn't ask anything of you. It's just grateful that you exist, that you're here. So, why should you care about the breath? Because it's what you've been searching for, Maybe it's not the thing that you've been searching for, but it's the tool that you've been looking for to get you wherever you want. Whether your goals are material of this world, you're going to need the breath to get there. Whether your goals are spiritual, of the divine, the breath will be along there with your journey, and it is a God-given gift. All of these plants are incredible. I love this place. So, let's take a breath together. Let's take a couple breaths together. I call this my breath protocol. Breath protocol. Whenever I go into doing something, or whenever I just need like a breath of fresh air or a moment for myself, this is what I do. First, get comfortable. Let all the air out. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And the first breath, just be here now. Just breathe. Let it out. On the second breath, we're going to relax. Relax. So take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, just feel the tension washing off of your body, feeling yourself just coming into this place. Good. Now on the E, you're going to inquire, ask a question, or expand something that you want in your life. So breathe in and expand. I want abundance, success, and love. And let that go, knowing that you already have it. The next breath, A, is awareness. Just breathe in and be aware. What's here? What's now? Let it go. T, take a deep breath. And H, hold it at the top. Just hold it. Relax, holding your breath. Find that peace, connect with that stillness, see who you really are. Have this moment for yourself. And then whenever you feel the urge to breathe, just let it out with ease. Less than 1 minute. Take a breath. B, be here now. R, relax. E, expand. A, awareness. T, take a breath. And H, hold it. Take a breath. It'll take you less than 60 seconds. 1 minute of your life. You can feel amazing. The breath is good, and it's good for you too. This is why you should care about the breath. Thank you for joining me. I will breathe with you soon. Keep breathing.